saw you tweeting about, I was going through your timeline and seeing what you were thinking about the last few days. And I like this a lot about you. You are a cornerback who is all about pass rush over coverage. And I think that's so interesting. To me, I was always coverage over pass rush, and I've modified it to they're both really important. I mean, you need both. So I think the Niners definitely have the pass rush. It's questionable how good their corners are. They're solid. How big of a need is cornerback in your eyes for the Niners?
I don't think it's a need. I do believe that you can upgrade at the position. Like if you were to say, hey, we got a guy right here, we 100% can upgrade over whatever you got from Ambry Thomas. Or you know, if you're saying, all right, we could get Sauce Gardner, let's get like, okay, you won't hear any complaints from me. But in the sense of, I think the jump that fans think you'll make from a coverage standpoint by maybe adding a guy, I don't agree. I think the 49ers played good complementary football, regardless of who was in the secondary, including sorry-ass Josh Norman. I think they really should kind of set the, I don't want to say the standard for how people should view the cornerback position, but they haven't made it a big priority. But even then, statistically, 6th best pass defense as far as yards allowed. In the playoffs, they played against 3 offensive juggernauts, the Dallas Cowboys, highest scoring offense in the league, highest yards per game in the league, 17 points. Played against the Packers, cold weather, 10 points. Played against the Rams in the playoffs. Okay, you gave up 100 yards to 2 receivers, but their lowest point total throughout the entire playoffs, and it took everything in them to even reach 20 points. So I think in the sense of 49ers, are the outside guys great? No. But I think they did a lot better from a production standpoint in the sense of limiting opposing offenses than they get credit for.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. I mean, Ambry's solid. Emmanuel Mosley might be better than solid. K'Waun's solid. And with that front seven, that pass rush, that's pretty much all you need. Although, I guess it's all you need to be really good in the regular season to have a top 6 ranked pass defense. But I guess my question is, to win the Super Bowl,
you got to score more than 20 points.
Yeah. Well, let's look at it this way. In the NFC Championship game, there was also that pass that, what's his name, Skoranek dropped in the end zone. So to me, that the secondary performance was pretty spotty in that one game. They were excellent before then. And one thing that bothers me about the secondary is the way D'Amico uses them.
When you play other good teams, you're going to be spotty, right? Because it's good on good. It's extremely difficult to dominate. Hey, the 49ers defense in 2012 was one of the most dominant defenses we've seen, especially from the 49ers. And there was 30 plus points dropped on them by Baltimore. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the best of teams, you're going to have some little laps, regardless of how good everybody is. And maybe some of that can go to Chris Culliver. But, like, you got to figure it out offensively, especially in the biggest moments. And I put more of the blame on the 49ers offense, not helping a defense that's hanging in there. We're giving you an opportunity to win. We're holding this team to far less than their average offense. For us to win the Super Bowl, you got to go above what you've done throughout these playoffs, which really 49ers offense was kind of crappy. And I think that was the biggest issue as far as the 49ers not achieving the ultimate goal.
Well, okay, all right. Allow me to retort here. This is a good argument. So as good as the Niners defense was, especially against the pass, they were 20th and 3rd down conversion percentage allowed, which is lower than they should be for a team with such a good front 7 and pass rush. And I think a lot of it is how D'Amico uses the corners. We talked about this, but he's very conservative with Ambry Thomas and Emmanuel Mosley. Lines them way off and basically concedes first downs up and down the field as long as they don't give up the big play. I would like a corner that you would feel a little more confident with. Because once you finally got to play Odell Beckham and Cooper Kupp, they were on their heels, I felt, most of the game. And that's just one opponent, but still, you got to go through them.
I wonder if that's the issue. Is he not as confident, or maybe his scheme or whatever? I do think early on there was definitely this sense of protecting the outside guys, especially with Josh Norman out there going to much more too high shells, things like that. But the crazy thing about Ambry Thomas, he's a press corner. He's a press man guy. Like, that was all he did at Michigan. He was not an off coverage guy. And Kyle has talked about, hell, man, what I saw in preseason and all that, I would have never thought we'd be here. Well, yeah, because y'all been playing him off, and that's not what he's known to do. He's trying to adjust to fit the style of play y'all want him to do, as opposed to y'all saying, you know what? He's much better doing this. Let's play him that way, and let's see if we have more success. And you probably would.
All I'm saying is I don't think you need a shutdown cornerback. I don't even know what a shutdown cornerback is. It's so hard to play the position. Everything's a pass interference penalty. But when Robert Saleh had Jason Verrett, not even a shutdown corner, but a legit top 5, 10 guy, you can see how that really changed what he could do. I mean, he wasn't lining up Jason Verrett 9 yards off and saying, just don't give up the big play. It was much more aggressive. It allowed him to call all kind of different blitzes and stuff. If you have one guy like that, it does make things easier, especially if you know you got to go through Cooper Kupp. I don't know if they're going to get Jason Verrett. That was kind of found money. So I don't know if you can do it, but it seems to me like you need one good corner and you can't have any liability. You need 3 solid guys and one guy that's good at least. I don't know. And I don't know if the Niners have that guy who's good. They have 3 solid dudes in my opinion.
I think Mosley is good.
All right. I like Mosley. I wish he would stay healthy, and I wish D'Amico would let him get up in dudes' faces because he's pretty good at it.
Here's what they need. Some guys need experience. Ambry Thomas, right? In the Super Bowl, they ran a cover 2 near the goal line, and you have to understand what you're reading, right? You're reading 2-1, and you understand that you have the flats, right? So as you have a vertically pushing route, especially on 3rd and long, you can sink underneath the corner, show at least body presence, and force the underneath throw. Well, Ambry Thomas stayed a little too shallow, allowed an easy.
That was 3rd down, right?
That was 3rd down. Now, you could say maybe Stafford would have tried to throw it regardless. Right. But at the very least, if you show body presence there, he should check down to the flat route. Now you just come up and make a tackle. I think that those are things that Ambry Thomas should improve on as he gets more comfortable with what it is that they want and different things that happen against him. But I'd say that was an issue in that game. I don't think that that's something that he can't improve on heading into his sophomore season.
Zone eyes, right? And I think Emmanuel Mosley had the same issue on the sclerotic one where he dropped it. They both went to Kupp on the out route, and Skowronek ran the post against, what was it, cover 4, and there was no one covering him. Spun around Mosley. Yeah, I don't know.
Or that's like Diamador Lenore against Green Bay. There were a couple plays where it's like that was rookie mistakes. One on a touchdown where they had 2 ends, and there was a corner route behind it. He squeezed it in just enough instead of sinking back for Aaron Rodgers to get it right over his hand. Another one was late in the game. Everybody's like, oh, why didn't they double in Devontae Adams? Well, they did. It was supposed to be a 2-man bracket, but Diamador Lenore just played it wrong. He was on top instead of underneath in the trail where he had a safety right over top, which was Hufanga. Now, some of the blame could be put on the defensive coordinator for having those guys on them in that situation as opposed to having Emmanuel Mosley on them who knows more what to do. But those are things that rookies kind of have to go through, and you take your lumps being a rookie. It's just tough.
This guy says, Cohn and Croc, let's rock. What's up, fams? Again, we need a good quarterback in addition to what we have. We need to jam wide receivers, also scheme better, need O-line too. Yeah, Croc's saying be more aggressive with the corners you have. Give them the benefit.
I would.
Have more confidence in them.